Hi, it's Eddie. Let's do this again. I say again because the first time I filmed this video, I did not realize that my microphone was dead. So I had about 1 minute of me talking and then 17 minutes of nothing. But on the bright side, whilst recording that video, I realized what this video was going to be about because I didn't know. First time I recorded it, it was just gonna be a stream of consciousness of me talking until something made sense. Luckily for you guys, things already make sense, so you don't have to go through my babbling and my confusing tangents. You just get the actual topic of the video, which is brushes. It's sort of brush theory in a way, not quite. I'm not. I want to do like another brush theory video because I think I did one a while ago. I'm not sure if I've done one actually. I might have done one for Instagram. I've kind of done like pseudo brush theory videos where I've like used one brush for an entire illustration, but brush theory is kind of like drawing the same thing multiple times but with a different brush. If you guys want to see me do that, tell me, let me know, because I will. And let me know what you want to see it like with it, because otherwise I will draw it watercolor. So give me some suggestions for that down below. Anyways, unless you guys want to see me do it with Edward Elric. Unless you want to see the Full Metal Alchemist multiple different times in one video. Anyways. I want to yap about brushes because Procreate did an update recently, and it has been a nightmare. It's been a nightmare. And I don't want to say that it's been a nightmare because all of the new brushes are bad. They're not. But it has been a nightmare because since the update, my previous brushes have been acting strange, and I don't like any of the new brushes. Not because they're bad, but because of the same reason that I don't like my old brushes. Something has happened.
Something just happened.
I feel like what has happened is that the new update is geared primarily towards the Apple Pencil Pro, which I am not going to buy. Because there is no reason for me to spend $100, if not more so, dollars on an Apple Pencil when I already have an Apple Pencil that works. Right? Are you with me? Are you understanding me? Now, the reason that I'm saying I think that it's geared more towards the Apple Pencil, like the Pro version, is because the tilt on these new pens, all of them are kind of slanted in a particular way, because from what I'm understanding, the Apple Pencil Pro has different tilt support, so the Apple Pencil behaves a little bit differently, and I feel like the new brushes are geared towards that. That being said, my old brushes are also acting strangely, so I feel like it's not just the new brushes that are geared more towards the Apple Pencil Pro. I feel like they did something UI-wise, not UI-wise, UI is like the interface. I feel like they did something on the back end that made brushes just behave differently than they did before to support the newer Apple Pencil, which I do not have. And maybe I'm insane, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm making that up in my mind, but when I use my old brushes, I'm like, well, I don't like these, but for different reasons than what made me stop using them a couple of weeks ago. Because a couple of weeks ago, it was just because I was bored. And I was having one of those days where it's like, okay, my art sucks, that means I need to get a new brush, because that's what we do, right? As digital artists, I'm sure you can relate. I'm going to hold your hand, because we both experienced this, correct? Right. So, that was why I started experimenting with new brushes. But then the Procreate update came out, and for a second I was like, the Swansea brush, baby girl, I love her, I like her, but I don't like her anymore because she's just too textured. She's too textured. I want like a grainy, pencil-ish brush, but the Swansea brush, it gives that, but she's too textured. My edges are a little bit too fuzzy for my liking. And then also, like, it just, like, kind of, like, looks like a noise filter, which is fine. Like, sometimes I put a noise filter on my art because it looks cute. It looks, like vintagey. I like her. I like a little grain on the occasion, but not like this. It looks like a chalk brush. I don't want a chalk brush. I want a pencil brush. But that's not the only reason. Sometimes I get lazy and I don't feel like whipping out, like, for example, the lasso tool to select around my whole area and color it in. Sometimes I just want to scribble. Sometimes I want to color like it's a coloring book, okay? I want to go back to my roots. As a baby little wee child artist, I want to be able to scribble, okay? And I can't scribble with the Swansea brush because it's got little dots in there, and it doesn't fill opaquely. Okay, does that make sense? So that's annoying, and I don't like doing that. And then the brush that I'm using currently by another artist that I got on Gumroad, which, by the way, if you are looking for new brushes, get on gumroad.com right now. This is not sponsored. Get on gumroad.com right now. I don't care if you use Photoshop or Clip Studio or Ibis Paint or Procreate or Clip Studio. Am I repeating programs? I don't care what program you use for your art, okay? I don't care. I do not care. Any program. And Gumroad has somebody up there with a giant pack of brushes for free. For free. You know why? Because you can tip on Gumroad and people will pay. People will pay because and I know this for a fact because I have a brush set up on there, and this is not plugging my brush set. I don't want you to go get this brush set because I did not. The brush set is a joke. It's a joke on purpose because I'm the Full Metal Alchemist guy. Okay, all of my friends know me as the Full Metal guy. I never talk about anything else besides Full Metal Alchemist. Okay, I named myself after Full Metal. Okay, are we getting it? Are we getting it? I'm the Full Metal guy, so I had to make a brush set that was literally just screencast, except I think with the exception of Alphonse, I might have drawn him. I can't recall because I did his little doodly version, and that's easy. But I can't remember if I actually drew it or not. I might have gone with official art. I don't know. I can't recall. But literally, like, Mustang and Ed are screen caps from the manga that I edited just slightly because I don't understand how to edit brushes. Okay, I don't know. I don't care. I don't understand. Okay, but I tried. And again, it is a joke. It is literally just a joke so I can make a TikTok that's like, oh, hee hee ha ha. Or well, maybe I made the TikTok first and then I was like, that was actually funny and I should make more. Where it was like, you see those ones where someone's like, oh my gosh, your like line art looks amazing. What brush do you use? And then they like make their brush super big and it's like Bob Ross or SpongeBob or something. I wanted to do that. But I wanted it to be Ed. So I did that. And then I did another one with Mustang and another one with Alpha. And I put it up because it was funny and I wanted other people. I think somebody asked, they were like, where? And I was like, I guess I'll put it up on Gumroad. And I put it up for $0 because I didn't make that art and I don't know how to properly edit a brush. I put it up for $0 so you could get it for $0 and people gave me money for it sometimes. What are you doing? Thank you. But also, what are you doing? This is not a serious brush set. This is a joke. This is a joke. The liner kind of looks okay, and Alphonse low-key makes a good, like, charcoal-y brush, but it's not on purpose, and it's not supposed to be like that. And they're not good brushes, okay? There are better free brushes out there. Don't give me money for them, okay? But that is why. That is why people will put their brushes up for $0, because people will tip them, and that's so sweet. But also just because they're slay, and they want to put brushes up for free so people can have access to them, because I love artists. And other artists do stuff like that. They're like, hey, I know I needed these tools as a wee baby artist. Now you have them. Okay? Here you go. And that's awesome. I love going on Gumroad and just searching like free Procreate brush, free Procreate pencil brush, blah, 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 whatever type of brush that I am looking for. There will be 1 bajillion free brushes on there. Go to gumroad.com. As I will be. Because I still haven't quite found the brush that I'm looking for. So back to what I was saying initially. You guys still are getting a few tangents, aren't you? So the brush that I used for the line art in particular for this piece, which by the way, if you like the piece that you're seeing on screen, it is actually a custom for one of my patrons. If you want something like this for yourself, you can get them incredibly cheaply. I have 3 slots left on my Creative Chamomile tier, and it is severely underpriced, okay? It's $30 a month, which sounds like a lot, but then when I tell you that just the custom you get alone is normally $50, plus everything you get from the Matcha Meal tier, plus the podcast, plus early access to my videos, plus a bunch of other things like commission discounts and shop discounts, etc. Yeah, it's a lot, okay? It's a lot of money, and I have 3 slots left, and if you want to take advantage of me financially, / also help support me as an artist at the same time. It's patreon.com/Eddie Scribs. Thank you. So this piece was a custom, and I did the line art with this brush, and it's like a gorgeous, like fine little skinny lines. It has an amazing taper. It has a really nice texture, but it does the same thing that the Swansea brush does when I try to fill in my flats. So she's not the brush for me. I'm still on the hunt. If you have any recommendations for Procreate brushes, send them my way. I normally would always be like, oh, the quintessential thick pencil brush by Fossil Forager. Love that brush. It works differently now. It's not the same. And for a while I was using Sketch Pencil by Jing Sketch, also working differently. It's like spinning in a circle, which is annoying because it is a square-shaped brush. So it is really fuzzy, and it didn't used to do that. I swear it did not used to do that before the new update. So the new update, I'm not a fan. I don't like it. I don't dislike it necessarily because it did give like some good things, but it's just none of the brushes work for me, and that's really upsetting. And I don't like that, like, if I am in the new library and I'm like thinking, because like I'm so used to Procreate's old library, right? So I know what, like, would you call them, kitschy, like effect brushes, like little simple things like that, like the neon brush and the snow brush and blah 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 blah. I know where those are in the classic library. So if I'm in the new library and I'm working on something and I'm like, oh, I really like the water effect brush from the original library, so then I have to back out, and then I have to go to the original library, and then I have to scroll, and then I have to find the water brush. It's annoying. I don't like having to do that. You can create your own library now, so I'm kind of like starting to do that, where it's like, okay, if this is like a common brush that I use, I'm going to put that in my own library, if that makes sense, and then I'm gonna like group everything together. But I haven't had time to like sit down and really do that. But I will have to do so, because again, like I said, it's annoying. So I have to have like my mains, and then like maybe like effect brushes, and little things like that organized. But yeah, it's like I'm struggling. I used several different brushes on this piece actually. For the lines I used the one, but when I started rendering and even blending, trust me when I say that I am now stressed. Okay? I am now stressed because blending is like one of the most important things in my art style, because I have a painterly style and I need to blend. And if my blend brush on the smudge tool does not look good, or drags in a particular way, or like spreads color around in a way that if it's not blurry and beautiful, but also like sharp enough that like I can still keep a sharp edge if I want, like when I used to use the pencil, we have a problem. I'm currently using a round marker brush from somebody on Gumroad. I don't know, because I just got it, and so I don't have their username on tap in my mind. I literally started using this yesterday when I recorded this. So I like how the result turned out, but I don't like that I'm having to manually override my brain to figure things out, to make my process go smooth. My process is not smooth right now. It's not smooth. We are struggling. My process is stressful. But do I love how this piece turned out? Yes, I do. You guys will see it very shortly. It came out very cute. All this yapping to say, help me. If you have any brush recommendations for Procreate, let me know. If you like the new update for Procreate, let me know. If you also have the Gen 2 Apple Pencil and have noticed a difference in your brushes since the new Procreate update, let me know. Am I insane or am I correct? Please. If you have the Apple Pencil Pro, first of all, I envy you. Second of all, do you like the new update? Have you had any issues with your brushes? Are they different? Do they work better now? Have you always had the Apple Pencil Pro since creating art, and then when the update dropped, you were like, oh my god, this is magnificent, everything works amazing and beautiful and perfect? Let me know. I'm curious, okay? Because I'm frustrated. But yeah, I still like how this piece turned out. I think she turned out very sparkly, adorable. I always love doing like cottagecore-esque, like fantasy, fae, elven type little characters. I think they're so cute. I loved doing the little butterflies. The hair. There was so much. Especially when I don't like my line art brush doing hair. So much of it. So much of it with such fine little lines. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just putting strands in places. but she turned out really cute. I'm very proud of her. I think she's adorable. I will stop yapping about nothing. I will see you guys next week with the Patreon reveal. I'm really excited for the Patreon reveal because it's the rabbit, and that's my sign. And so I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited to see a lot of things. Just one, how I'm going to interpret it, because I'm not sure. I'm leaning towards brats because I don't know if I'm out of my mind, but I remember one of the brats having a bunny logo on their shirt, because you know how they all, like, Chloe had her little angel wings, and I think Jade had a frog, or something. Maybe that was Sasha. I can't remember. Somebody had a frog. Pretty sure it was Jade though. But yeah, I like their little logos. I thought somebody had a bunny. Maybe that was Sasha. I don't know. I feel like I'm out of my mind. I might go something like that route. Because I've been doing a lot of like the actual animal, and not so much of like when I did February's My Little Pony, where it was sort of like a nod to the animal, but also like it's my sign. So do I want to do it like in more of a physical representation? I don't know. I don't know. But I want to figure it out. And I'm also very excited to see the horoscope, because I have not checked it for the entire year, because I was waiting and I had no idea that it wasn't until literally the end of the year. Like literally the last 2 signs are me and my partners. Can you believe that? I did not do that on purpose, obviously, because I started with the snake, because it's the year of the snake, and I had no idea that it was going to take so freaking long to wrap around to my own sign. But I am curious, because it like tells you like a prediction for how the year is going to go. It has like wealth, health, love, and career on it. So I'm curious. I'm curious to see how she will result, and then I can give a confirmation on whether it is to not that was accurate, and especially fairly accurate, considering we only have 1 month left of 2025. What? I don't understand how that happened. I feel like I blinked. Like, I was looking at my calendar yesterday and I was like, it's November, and I remembered crystal clear the day that I purchased this calendar. I remember walking around Target and buying that calendar. What do you mean? What do you mean? It's 2026 in like 6 months. That makes me nauseous. What? Anyways. That's it for this video, you guys. I'll see y'all next week, and let me know if you want to see brush theory video, blah blah blah. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.